It's the time to get down.
Okay, you guys ready for some weed?
Times are changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies.
Yes, marijuana.
Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
Hey, marijuana for dummies. Welcome, all you potheads, would-be potheads, and just curious people. Just curious.
I'm out of that community.
Vic is just curious, you know, and I remind people, Vic has been the designated driver for decades.
Now
before
Uber and
the term
Lyft
existed.
Yeah. Now that Uber and Lyft is here, I don't have to worry about the designation, man.
Well, first of all, you guys, welcome to Marijuana for Dummy, the show that resists. We are resisting the miseducation of marijuana, and I promised myself, you know, for those of you who don't know, some of you may be shocked to know me from the old days. I promised myself that once I was officially out of the world of medicine, not practicing,
Right.
out of the world, that I would become a marijuana proponent and supporter. I had to deal with being an employee of Kaiser before, but now that I'm free to be who I am, I can do what I want. And partly because I've been a patient, I have a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
Okay.
But my back is the main thing.
Right.
So because of my bad back, without going into detail, you know, the whole constantly rehabbing myself, keeping the weight down, all that part of it has been part of it. And so marijuana, too, has been a big part of it. And so that is part of why, and I'm a regular user, has helped me in a lot of ways. And I mean that seriously. And so the whole process of coming out and coming forward with that was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much a big deal for other people. But Vic, you know it was a big deal for me. Even though the people around me knew I smoked weed,
Right.
I had all these weird rules about it, right?
Well, yeah, because one is, you know what? You're not worried about the people that know you, and you're not worried about the people who understand your professionalism and everything. What you have to always be leery of is once you put this out on a broadcast, when people don't know anything about you, automatically they can assign what they believe, who you are and what you're doing.
Exactly.
And so, and there's going to be people who are going to go, no matter how legal it is, no matter how socially accepted it is, they're not for it. It'll be no difference in people who smoke cigarettes. No matter how legal it is, there's just some people say, hey, look, socially, it's not for me to be around, and for various reasons. So to me, I think the part that's more important here is approaching the health of it,
Right.
because most of us, if you could just go look at alcohol and say, did they campaign the health risk before it became legal, or did they just fight to make it legal? That's how.
It's not the same drug. It's
Right.
different properties, different problems.
Right.
But yeah, and in fact, there always have been those folks who didn't want to be around drinking
True.
of any type or any
Right.
amounts. And so, and those certainly are your rights.
That's right.
To do those things. But I am of the group that's happy that it's becoming more acceptable to enjoy marijuana and to do it in reasonable ways.
Right.
Like I think one of the things I was most proud of with us is that when I made the decision after talking with you to start having marijuana, I told you I went and checked all the laws and I could legally give away
Right.
marijuana to our
Right.
guests, to legally do that to anyone who comes to our events.
Right.
And also at a number of our events to provide marijuana to whoever wants it.
Right.
We didn't make it the central part of the event. To me, that's the point, right?
Right.
When you have a party, is the drinking the central part of the event?
Right.
It's a big part of what's going on, but you don't have, let's look at the drinking.
Right.
Let's celebrate. You know
You
what I'm
don't.
saying? So even when we had events and people, you could have marijuana. I had marijuana and edibles and things available for folks.
Yeah.
Pre-rolled joints, marijuana pipe, all of that available.
Right.
But we didn't let it get to be the focus
No.
of everything. It settled into a level of what I would consider more appropriateness.
Yeah.
Right? You could go and groove in the music, have a glass of wine, not be a part of that. Or you could be like you might be at home, where you might be having a glass of wine while your friend had a joint.
Right.
Just like people do.
Right.
They work and deal with their friends in ways so everybody's enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
One of your friends may like this or that, and that's what people do. So, again, the culture has been changing, and therefore it's been easier for me. So, along with Vic's encouragement, we've been resisting the miseducation of marijuana.
Right.
And also just reporting on updates in the marijuana culture.
Yeah.
So today I'm doing more updates on just that. For one thing I'm going to tell you is what I'm smoking. Because I go look. What's amazing now, Vic, is when I buy weed, I can go look up the strains. I could be in the dispensary and look up the strain reports.
Right.
Okay, so they had this King Louis, which is a hybrid, right?
Okay.
Smelled good. It has a very nice fragrance. And people talked about it. They were recommending it. So I bought a half ounce.
Okay. Now, when did you buy it? When did you buy it?
Oh, this has been about a month and a half.
And the only reason,
Because I need to renew my card,
right?
but I stocked up on so much weed.
Hey, look, man. I'm just.
Legal.
You know why?
Legal.
The reason why
It's California.
The reason why I'm asking because it's relevant to the timing of the story that you're about to link to.
Yes. So about 2 months ago.
Got it. There we go.
Month and a half.
All right.
So this is a hybrid. It's mostly indica. That means it's an indica dominant hybrid. A hybrid means it's a combination of sativa and indica qualities. Sativa being more cerebral, I describe it as more cerebral, and the indica being more physical.
Right.
One pins you to the chair more. That would be the indicas.
Right.
One you could the indica is more appropriate in the morning to me when you're having a light smoke with coffee. Ease your muscles a little bit, get ready
Right.
for the day.
Right.
If you get up and have an indica in the morning, you're going to go back to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
Does that explain the difference? The way it is? Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah.
So I'm having a hybrid, but it's indica dominant, and I'm actually not smoking this right now. I'm finishing off the last of my cherry pie, which is more of a sativa dominant. But I want to report to you on the King Louis because that's what I'm smoking the other time. And it's really nice. It has a wonderful fragrance, and it's a like I said, a hybrid, a crossbreed of OG Kush with LA Confidential, and they say it's an extremely rare Los Angeles cut of OG Kush that can only be found in certain dispensaries. That's what I thought was interesting because I had my dispensary over by USC campus, right in the hood on Vermont.
Right.
Right in the hood. Okay?
Right next to the college.
Next to the college. Right to the. They are. I can't call them a select. I went to them because I had just got my card renewed. They were close to where I went to get my card renewed.
Right.
I went over there, and true to the experience, when you shop in the ghetto, you get better weed for less money.
Are you saying that USC is in the ghetto? I just wanted relative, man. You can't say one without saying the
Been
other.
in the ghetto, it's been in the
And
ghetto
you never hear that
It's
reference.
been in the ghetto. So they try to transform the surrounding area.
Yes, they have.
But it's been in the ghetto a long time.
For a while.
Wherever the black people are, their part is the ghetto.
Right.
Okay? How's that?
And it's multi-mixed.
Because the police don't act the same.
Right. Because you don't use
So if
USC.
you need to be reminded of the social differences, go be black and hang out over at SC.
Okay.
And if you don't fit the right bill, okay, let's go on. Anyway, so my dispensary, they had plenty of it. It's wonderful, King Louis. They also rated it on Leafly. and they say it announces itself as many people did in the 1600s by its smell. I don't know what that means. That, the difference is this monarch's odor is one that's meant to be enjoyed. It's because this is weed talk. Its dense nugs have an overwhelmingly piney smell with an earthy musk. What the fuck?
Okay, so interpret that.
Who knows?
Interpret that for the people.
Who knows?
So the promotion is metaphoric.
That's why I hate these cats. That's
Okay.
like when people describe wine.
Okay.
You don't understand what the hell they talking about.
I have no idea.
It's a fruity.
Right.
There's a fruity aroma.
Okay, I'm just trying to stay with you, man.
We can talk about some other shit and the way it smells. And I'd be curious what adjectives you all would use. Let me say that. Does it have a fruity aroma?
Okay, what do you... Okay.
It's a piney flavor. It's some good weed.
Okay.
It's some good weed. Here's the problem. Or not the problem. All the weed is good today, you guys. I'm telling you. All the weed is good today.
You're in Happyville.
It starts at good and goes to crazy.
He's in Happyville, you guys.
It starts at good and goes... Even the weak bunko lower shit at the dispensaries is better than the old shit.
Okay. Okay. All right.
For cheap. So I'm just saying, I bought less than top shelf one time, and then it was why bother? I mean, for $200 roughly, you get an ounce, and they give you a free edible. So a $200 ounce, and it's going down.
What does that tell you?
Going down.
Okay, in 5 years, where do you think the market will be? Educationally, you think everything will be...
Oh, you got the corporate people coming, and they're going to they're going to run all the little men out of the business by driving the price down, by doing massive production, going worldwide with it. Because, see, the worldwide market, once the other countries open up and they start shipping weed around the world, shit. Marijuana is going to be one of the biggest commodities worldwide. Worldwide. So just be worldwide.
Hey.
Did I say it enough, Vic? I said worldwide.
Yeah. I'm all good
Let
for
me
it,
tell you
man.
how big a deal this is, because this is my second story today. It's so big that now at the airport in Las Vegas, they have weed disposal before you get on the plane to go home. In an effort to protect the consumers, now at Las Vegas airports, they have a weed disposal. There's a picture of it you can see right there. And they have a disposal, and you can drop off your weed. And, and one of my good friends, Celeste, wrote me and says, I wonder how much they pay to empty those.
You know what?
Who has some rough work, but somebody's going to do it.
Right.
Can you imagine if your job at the end of... So a bunch of the trash might disappear. You got a trash can full of weed that people are throwing out.
Okay. I know you're going. I left
weed in Vegas. I just put it in a public place on the spot and left it. When I left Vegas.
You know what? I'm leaving this part alone.
Well, no, I didn't. But I thought about it.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, but so now when you go to Vegas, no questions asked. As you check out, you can drop your weed before boarding. Okay. One of the stories we're actually going to get more into next week, Vic, is, and I never thought about this, but there's been a recent group of articles coming from some very intelligent young ladies, some not so young, about the whole issue of marijuana and dating, and whether or not whether they were phrasing it in terms of whether or not men were presuming things because they smoke weed. I guess some of the men that they were running across, they were giving like dating experience of guys.
Right.
These are kind of the product. These are women who, I guess, a number of them seem to be professionals.
I got you.
And so they were really throwing out the issue of how it actually becomes a stress area in dating, because they're now actually end up evaluating how much you smoke, when you smoke, and it becomes a stressor area in your dating ritual. Like, even if you do smoke, like she says, like some of the women, they smoke maybe occasionally, but then they get with some guys who smoke more.
Okay.
Who always are smoking before sex. What if your man or your girl wants to smoke weed before sex every time? There's a wonderful scene in Annie Hall.
Right.
About this movie, Annie Hall. But so it's affecting dating. But and what's amazing that I was reading it and I was smiling to myself. But in a way, it's no different than alcohol.
Well, let me ask you this.
Isn't that an issue? How much you drink?
Well, let me ask you this, because only from your experience, do you find that from, say, the women you've known, not just relationships, just casual and otherwise, that the alcohol is a relaxant to them? It relaxes, an uninhibitor or whatever. Or do you find that they go, stay away from that alcohol because if you get around these guys or whatever?
No, they want it. They ask for it.
See, that's what
that hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed. See,
you know what the thing about is that they want to be cool about it,
right?
And that hasn't changed. So even the ones who drink or smoke, let me tell you what's so funny, Vic.
All right.
Because I'm gonna smoke anyway.
Right.
So if me and you go out to a movie, if we come back, whatever, I'm gonna have a joint.
Right.
Now, if you don't want it, it ain't cool. So a bunch of the women don't smoke in the first dates. It's like a bunch of things. Like they don't eat. Remember in our days?
Mm-hmm.
So you take them out to eat in the first 1 or 2 dates. They just no, that's too. And then about the 4th date, give me some ribs.
You know what? I
need some dessert.
There's some exceptional
dessert.
women out there who rebel against that statement.
I'm just saying, they ought to always eat different. In my day, they would eat different on the 5th date than they did on the first date. So, okay. So the same thing was true with drinking. Everybody would be all conservative. They'd be holding back. They'd be holding back, trying to be all proper.
Okay.
It's just like just like in the early sex, some people not going to give you a blowjob because it's the first sex. And some people start with that. See?
I'm not saying anything about that.
I'm just saying people have their own rituals. So marijuana, alcohol is the same. So my experience has been that people try to play it cool in the beginning. But I have good weed. I have really excellent weed. Some of the most excellent weed in the world. Okay, now.
Apply it to dating.
Women who date me, some of them, even the ones that don't smoke that much, they go, let me just try a little bit of that. Let me just try a little bit. Let me just try a little touch. I don't think, Vic, I don't push them. Because, Vic, you've been knowing me. Vic, how many times have I offered you weed?
Never.
Never.
I don't smoke it.
So I don't push it on people, right?
No,
have I ever said, Vic, come on, try a little bit?
Right. No.
Never, right?
No.
Not one time.
No,
right?
almost, I would say 99.9% of the friends over my lifetime have never done that to me.
So that's one thing interesting about a lot of weed smokers. We don't push it on you. We don't tend to go, okay, but drink alcohol.
Oh, drinking, totally different.
People who drink do.
Oh, yes.
They want you to drink with them.
Absolutely.
Come on, yeah. That's the women.
Right. Yeah.
That's the women.
Yeah.
Weed people, we're like, you don't have to smoke no weed.
Right.
You
right.
know?
But it's changing.
It's
changing because a lot of people, some people, because of the climate, are saying, hey, look, if you don't drink, man, that's good. It's good because they've been drinking a long time.
Right.
And they understand.
Well, the president doesn't drink.
Yeah, right. I guess I'm in that club.
Rico says that's the women you take out. I don't even get him out.
You're wrong. It's wrong. Okay.
Of course it is. We said on my experience. I don't know about y'all experience. I only know my experience.
Right.
My experience has been that people adjust and they will try things.
Yeah.
You know, and even if they don't drink, they may want to try a champagne that's supposed to be good just so they could know what the big deal is.
Right.
So, anyway. But it is an issue for people who date. I found it a little funny to smile because I thought today's so modern. Women are so more in your face about who they are.
Absolutely should be. They should be.
And even the modern culture. I was just watching Two Broke Girls.
Right.
And the level of humor, sexual humor, that's female oriented is astounding.
It's empowerment, man.
Orange is the New Black. There's so much head. If you ever watch Orange is the New, they eating so much.
Stop.
They give us so much head. on Orange is the New Black. If you could watch it, it's nothing. If you want to see some women giving some head.
Wait a minute.
On a regular
Are
TV
they
show,
making love or having sex? What you have to
I
put?
think that's having sex.
I don't what.
I don't know. There may be some love in there somewhere. They love it. So
It's hard for you to discover that part.
They love it. It's so good they love it too.
Okay. All right.
That's what the lesbians and the brothers have in common.
I'm just,
Pussy's so good they like it too.
Now, see, why did you have to go there and go? See, why can't you say?
Because that's the kind of show it is.
Do you know you have 15, 16, 17-year-olds maybe watching this?
Well, then it's good. As good as they imagine it.
Describe the anatomy, the way.
Listening to their parents late at night through the wall.
That's what I figured.
Okay. Anyway, we'll get back to that. Cannabis and dating, because next week I'll talk about that, and there's a new report that explores the consumer differences, and there are differences between men and women. That's marijuana for dummies.
Changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies.
Not just dummies.
Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana.
I know you want some
for
Chardonnay.
dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.